Uh, Hello, my wonderful community of tower defense watchers, I guess. Um, if you've seen me stream, you know that I'm particularly like a big, uh, or I wouldn't say big, but a tower defense creator, and I've created content many times over, you know, the course of like a year or so, because that's kind of when I've gotten into like tower defense and stuff. Um, but recently, and I guess every few months, I take like a big kind of leave of absence from, I guess, streaming. And I kind of came today making this video to talk about kind of why I have been taking like long breaks and I have like a wonky stream schedule and stuff. I'm gonna talk about that right now. So first of all, the thing is, I guess I'm just gonna say it. So when you're streaming tower defense games, at least for me, I tend to get like a lot of burnout when it comes to streaming tower defense games, because like it is pretty repetitive, especially when you're basically just doing the same setup on like the same map and like grinding for materials or something. I guess like it's different when it's like TDS and there's like events I can do and I can stream for multiple days, because that's like new. But then like there's BTD6, which is basically the same thing on each map, but I like put different modifiers and whatnot. And when there's not a TDS event, it tends to get, I guess, like pretty boring, because once again, there's only like 4 different modes, and it is like my primary like streaming option, because like it's kind of like what I'm known for, what I'm good at. That's not the only thing though. Like I can't like just give it to burnout, because I do like tower defense games. There's also been IRL stuff. I mean, like I've been busy. I've like had to do like work and like schoolwork and whatnot, just to make sure that my grades don't plunder to the ground. I don't want it to drop like flies. I don't want my grades to tank, obviously. And I've been doing great actually, straight A's. So, you know, straight A student. I live for the good grades. I'm doing good. Yeah. So that's kind of like the main 2 reasons that I have been pretty much absent. But there is like one other reason. I have been playing like a bunch of single player games, I guess, because like I do like playing single player games. Additionally, there's like my social life. I'll play games with people, which, you know, doesn't leave a lot of time for streaming. So that's like, those are the primary reasons that I've just kind of just been absent from streaming for a little bit. Next I need to talk about like where I'm gonna go from here, because like I don't want to stop streaming at all. I want to keep going, and I want to talk about what's for the future of the Bolka Uncle Twitch channel. What I'm gonna do from now forward is I'm going to be experimenting with new kinds of like content. It's not gonna be like, you know, just chatting content or anything like that. I'm not into that category. It seems kind of boring to me. It'll be something more like around the lines of, I guess, Souls-like games, maybe Soulsborne. I do just want to say I will still be making tower defense content, but I am going to be doing other streams just to experiment and play around with, you know, new games, see where it takes me, see if it's something I want to seriously get into. but you know, I still love playing tower defense games. I guess I'll list some of the reasons that, or not some of the reasons, apologies. I guess I'll tell you some of the games that I'm considering. I mean, I've been thinking of doing like Soulsborne games or Souls-like games. For example, Elden Ring. I've been getting really into that game. I mean, it's vast open world, and I love it. You know, I could try Night Rain. I haven't played Night Rain yet, though, so you know, there's always like a chance that doesn't end up happening. Definitely going to be doing some experimenting with The Binding of Isaac, Rebirth, and all of its DLC. I mean, I love that game. It's my favorite game of all time. I have hundreds of hours in it, and there's a bunch of things I can do with it. I mean, it's so replayable. There's thousands of items. I love the game, and I think it could be a perfect streaming game. I've experimented with it before, just not really in depth, so you know, it's gonna be new. Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silksong. I love those games. I have countless hours on them. I'm really good at it because I'm crazy good at platformer games. I kind of grew up on them, so I've been getting good at like Kaizo and that kind of stuff just over the years on like Mario Maker 2 and stuff like that, which is another game I could stream, but maybe less frequently. The thing is, I'd have to get like a capture card for my Switch too and stuff, you know how that is. Along with that, there's Smash Bros, Pokemon games, for example. I might buy ZA at some point. That could be like a great game to stream. And one of the ones that I've always really wanted to stream, just never had the equipment for, is Splatoon. I love Splatoon. I'd probably do Splatoon 3 or the new spin-off that's coming out, Splatoon Raiders. I mean, they could be really fun to play. I love Salmon Run. It's my favorite mode, and I feel like if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a cartoony like shooter game where you shoot ink and you can travel through it. You're like a squid person. That's like not in depth, but it's the basics. Cover turf, and it's really fun. Once again, I'm still gonna be streaming tower defense, but less often, I'd say. Well, I guess more often than in the big absence, but like, I'll kind of be balancing it with like the new content experiments, because I want to try out new stuff, and it could be pretty fun for streaming and whatnot. Yeah. Also, next, let's talk about the future of it. Future of all my content on all platforms. I mean, what I'm going to be doing is I'm probably going to be trying to post more YouTube content as well as stream, like slightly less, just so I can make YouTube content and whatnot. I'm learning Adobe Premiere right now. I'm like studying it in school, which is kind of peculiar, but you know, I like have a different school system than a lot of people. I'm not like, it's like a program that, you know, allows me to like learn like stuff for like jobs and whatnot. It's basically like more education. I don't know how to explain it. Whatever. I mean, there's Adobe Premiere. I've been thinking of buying a new monitor at some point, so that could help with like streaming or whatever. Once again, buying a capture card so that I can play on my Switch 2, stream it, and then with a second monitor, great. I'll probably like buy like a better monitor, because I'm using like a very old 144 hertz monitor. It's HDMI, but it works. It's been working for a while, but like it'll bug out. I think it's like slightly broken. You know, I've been using like my mobile device to look at chat, which is really janky and hard to control. So, you know, I'll be changing the way I stream, and it'll be a lot more high quality. That's the other thing. I'm gonna be making my streams a lot more high quality. I'm gonna be investing money and some more time into it. That's basically it. Of course, I have a lot of footage of BT6 if you want to see the round end. I mean, I'll keep yapping about something until the end of it. If you want to click off now, though, like, go for it. Honestly, like, YouTube isn't monetized for me, so, like, I won't be making money off of this. I don't really care that much if you want to click off. But, like, if you do want to, like, keep watching, like, the BTD6 footage and, like, kind of tune out, you know, like, whatever I'm saying, or you want to listen and watch, like, I guess I'm gonna yap about, like, current events about business, I guess. I mean, I heard that apparently Netflix is bidding for Warner Brothers, which is just insane to me, or they might be buying it. I don't know. I'm wicked interested in that, because I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers, was it Warner Brothers and HBO? I kind of forget. But, if they are trying to buy HBO, like, they could combine the platforms somehow, you know? Do you know, like, how much property HBO and Warner Brothers, like, owns? I mean, you could say, like, Space Jam or whatever, Looney Tunes. But they own Cartoon Network, they own the Wizarding World, they own, Game of Thrones, I believe. And I think, like, they also own, like, cable channels or whatever they're called. Like, for example, I mean, they own Adult Swim, because that's part of Cartoon Network, but, you know, if Netflix does own it, they'll own Smiling Friends, which is something I've been getting into. All of Adventure Time. I've talked about this. It's one of my favorite shows, like, ever. They'll own, I guess, Multiverses, which I don't think they'll bring back. I mean, the Wizarding World, they were talking about, like, making, like, a show about Harry Potter, like a new Harry Potter show. Like a rerun, which I love Harry Potter, so I'm interested in that. Sounds great to me. I'm all up for that, but, like, I don't know what's gonna change now if Netflix ends up buying it. Which I think they inevitably will. I mean, like, Netflix owns a lot of property. I'm really hoping that they're gonna do stuff with Cartoon Network, because, I mean, I want to see, like, new Adventure Time content so bad. If they did, like, a movie, I could imagine that being insane. I don't really know what they would do, because, like, Finn and Jake's legacy is kind of, like, over, so... I mean... what could they do? What could they do? They could bring them back somehow, but I don't know how fans would feel about that. Or, like, their middle-aged years, or maybe... I know that they get, like, reborn, or it's implied, but... I don't know if they really want to do anything with that or not. They could also go into the lore, like, of how Earth fell, how Ooh was born. I don't know. But it sounds great to me. So there's also other Cartoon Network properties like Steven Universe and whatnot that I'm really interested in. Also, by the way, my voice will probably cut out when the footage ends, so it's gonna be kind of awkward, but I'm gonna probably keep yapping for another 3 minutes, so, yeah, when the video ends, my voice is just gonna cut, so that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be, like, an abrupt ending. But, they could also do more Fantastic Beasts or something for the Wizarding World, which sounds awesome to me. I think that's really cool. I think they should lean into that. I mean, I don't really know what the creator has really done with their series, plural. recently. I mean, I know there was like a new Fantastic Beast movie like a few years ago, like the Dumbledore one, but who knows? Endless possibilities.